inheritance. I hope you
Okay.
must have heard of this polymorph.
Is it the same one that you use for the C++
Yes,
in
yes,
.NET? Okay.
yes.
Okay.
It's the same in everything.
Mm-hmm.
And .NET also it's the same.
Okay.
Abstraction, encapsulation. Okay. Okay, so I'll start with inheritance. In inheritance, what happens? Suppose it's like parent and child relationship. Okay, so the child class will inherit all the property of a parent class.
Okay.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and we can do multiple operation in that. So, for example, okay, let me change the name to a car class. So you can just click on F2 and you can change the name here.
Okay.
Okay, click on finish.
So what did you do to select this inheritance class? You did something else when you select a new class. Um, when you add a new class, did you
Mhm.
select something else, like not the regular Java program?
No, I created a new Java program, new
Oh,
Java
okay.
project.
Okay. Okay.
Earlier, yesterday it was day 3, right? Today I
Mm-hmm.
created another one in the same
Okay.
place. Just right
Mm-hmm.
click and new project. Or else you can
Okay.
put it in the same folder also. Like if you go here, already we
Mm-hmm.
have this one here, right? Hello world.
Mm-hmm.
Just right click in
Mm-hmm.
SRC and click on new class. You can create the
Okay.
new class car over there. As
Okay.
I'm going day by day, so I'm putting it in a different project.
Okay.
Okay. So what will happen here is like the main method. Will have some common method and we will have some like different methods also. Suppose I have um, variable called public string color, suppose or something gear. Okay, public string color. Suppose I have, and I have some method public void start. Okay, so this is my car class.
Mm-hmm.
So suppose I have a new class called Maruti. So like as you know, every car will inherit the property of car, right?
Uh-huh.
Everything will be same except the new feature which will be there per a car, right?
Okay.
And the maybe the model will be different.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we can here have public string model. Okay, so to have inheritance, what we need to write here is Maruti extends
Mm-hmm.
car. As soon as we write extends, it will have the all the properties of car.
Okay.
Okay, so here if I write here, one second, start. You can directly call this start and stop method. But what I will do is I'll have include the main method over here so that we
Mm-hmm.
can directly run it. Okay, let me create it.
What is this string, uh, public string?
Public string is a variable. Public
Okay.
is the access modifier. Like it when it is public, it can be accessed outside of the class.
Okay.
Okay, and something called private is there. Private means it will not be accessible outside the class. The
Yeah.
scope is only inside the class.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay, and then there is something called one, protected.
Mm-hmm.
Protected is again inside the same package you can access it.
Okay.
Okay, public is inside the same project. Inside the same project, wherever you want, you can access it. Private is within the same class,
Mm-hmm.
and protected is just the package and the inherited class, which
Okay.
means child class.
Okay.
Okay, and string is the data type.
Oh, okay.
Okay, string as I told you yesterday, right? String, if you give, you have to write the text in double quotes.
Okay.
If you
Okay.
initialize, here I have just declared it. I have not yet initialized. I will
Okay.
initialize this in my child class.
Okay.
Suppose I'll write again Maruti. Extends car. You can write like this. It will have all the properties. Then you just write start. Okay, so what is happening here is, as I have created a static void main method, right? So it is not coming here. So what I will do is, because it is non-static and here it is static, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what you can do is you can create a normal non-static method.
Okay.
Okay. Either you can do like that, or else we will do one thing. Here directly we can access start method, or you can override also. I'll
Okay.
tell you about override, what exactly it does. So when
Mm-hmm.
I wrote public void start, it is already present in car class, right?
Yeah.
So to access that from car class, you can write super dot start. So it will be saying a car is starting. Okay.
Okay.
And now I'll call this method over here. But for calling this method over here, I need to create an object of this class. So I will have to write Maruti M is equal to new Maruti. As I told you that we cannot create or we cannot call the non-static method and the static method directly, right?
Uh-huh.
So for that we have to create an object, and you create an object like this. Or
Okay.
this is called the object and M is called the reference to that object. Okay,
Okay.
and you just write M dot. It will show you all the properties from the main class as well as from the child class. Okay,
Okay. Mm-hmm.
so suppose if I write M dot start over here, so it will go to this start class, not the main start class. Suppose if I write here something, Maruti is starting. Okay, so we will debug this. Always debug from where it is going to run. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so because we are running from here, so we will run from here. I put a debug point here and click on this debug Maruti, or else you can right click over here and write debug as Java application.
Okay.
and then click on no. Then press F6. F6 will come here, but if you press F6 again, it will come to this press. But if you press F5, it will go inside this. So I'll press F5.
Mm-hmm.
So it came inside. Then if I again press F5, it will go to the car class. Okay.
Okay.
It went to car class. Then I press F6, it will print me car is starting. Then again, if I press F6, it will come here because that method got ended over here, right? So it
Mm-hmm.
came back. It will come to this line and it will say Maruti is starting. Then it will end.
Ah, okay,
Okay,
okay.
then you just resume it using F8 or click on here. It will
So you
resume.
have to alternate between F5 and F6. Like once you.
If F6 is going from one step to the other one line to the other one.
Okay.
F5 is going inside a function. Suppose if you have a function you see,
Mm-hmm.
because you'll be knowing, right, which function you are calling by seeing the syntax. So you
Mm-hmm.
can just go inside that.
Okay.
Okay. Now what I will do is, suppose if I write m dot model, I just write here. I can initialize over here itself. Okay. And if you just try to print m dot model, it will print over here. Why we have done like this? Because suppose there is another class,
Mm-hmm.
right? Obviously the model will be different, right? Suppose we have die. Okay, though the function will be same, but the model will be different, right?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So here what we can do is it will also extend the car class,
Mm-hmm.
right? So only once we are defining all the functions, but we are using it in other classes. So this is how they design the framework or they design their code.
Okay.
Hyundai HN is equal to model. Suppose I'll type, right? Okay. So here it will print the model as Maruti, but there it will print as Hyundai. So here you see it's printing Maruti. Here also we can override the same main method. So here instead of Maruti I can write Hyundai, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if I run this program, now I'll see Hyundai, but I didn't call this method over here, so it is not printing it. Just call hn dot start and just run this, right? Car
Mm-hmm.
is starting, Hyundai is starting. So this is called inheritance, where the main class and child class will acquire all the property of main class.
Okay.
Okay. Similarly,